Hi everyone, before I get started, I just want to show you my two baby girls. This is who you hear sometimes walking on the floor when I'm doing my videos or doing my haul video. So the one on the right is Ivy and the one on the left is Azelle. And Azelle is deaf. They're both rescue dogs. So thought you would like to see a little bit of what's going on in the craft room. Bye. Hi everyone, it's Ricky from Bromero Cards. I'm here today to do a haul video of things that I've received in the past few weeks that I've purchased. But before we get to that, I know that some of you have said that the volume levels on the channel are a little low. I'm actually looking to see on how I can improve that. I'm still pretty new to the YouTube thing, so I'm still working on that, and I'm sorry if you're not able to hear me very well, but just let you know, I am working on it. So we have several things here today that have been sitting on my desk that I need to show you guys, and then I want to play with eventually. Some of the few things that I've showed you in the past, I still haven't even played with yet, so it's kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, I have too much stuff and I need to stop buying stuff. But the first thing I want to talk about is this. This is the Stamp of Approval by Katherine Polar. This is a box that comes out quarterly, and what Katherine does is she takes or designs a bunch of different stamps and dies and puts it together in a box so that whatever's included in this box you can make a bunch of cards from. So you don't have to really pull a bunch of things from other cards to do this. I love the packaging. I think it's really nice. I've purchased a few of these actually, and she keeps it at a pretty good price point for what you get. She's really great. I love her. She's super nice. Her website, Stamp Nation, they're a group of inclusive people that pretty much, well, not pretty much, they do love everyone that joins the website and shares your ideas, and they're very nice. And so I thought I would share this. This is the first time I've gotten one since I've been doing the YouTube video. So what we'll do is I'll open it up, and it just has some tissue paper here. It's wrapped. And then inside is all the stuff, but I'm going to pull it to the side so you don't see everything at one time, right? So in the box, you get a few cards just saying thank you and about the artist that made the stamps for the month. And then just a note from Katherine and her team talking about the box. And there was also one more piece, but I can't seem to find it. But it's another postcard. I can't remember what's on it, but it's very nice. And also with this, you get a PDF electronically to show you all the ideas of the team members that are on her design team. So you'll have things to look at while you're trying to create your own cards. And you could copy the exact same card and give it to someone. Just if you post it online, make sure that you give them credit for the card that you made. The first thing here is we have like this doily die. It's pretty nice. I like this because usually with the doilies, I normally don't use the whole thing. I usually cut this in half and put it on the side of a card. Like for example, like this card here. If I wanted to use this doily, I would actually stick it up under this frame and just have it sticking out here on the side. Which would probably have been nice. Maybe instead of the gold strip, I could have used a gold doily around the side here. But that's what I would use this for. The next thing we have here is a stamp set. It's called Birds of a Feather. And I really like this. Well, first I like feathers. They're really nice. But one of the things that I saw one of the designers do is they have this feather, and then these birds here, they had it flying like out of the feather. I thought that was so nice. I'll definitely be recreating that card. But I also like this like burlap square here. That's nice. And then there's just some script here. And I can't... It really doesn't look like it says anything. If it does say something, I can't read it. So... But you're not supposed to be able to read it. It's supposed to be in the background, or you could use it for watercoloring to make layers or whatever. So there's that. The next thing is this stamp set. It's pretty much used, has a bunch of positive saying. It's called Simply the Best. So you could do laughter is the best medicine. You know, just different best birthday, best friend, sending you best wishes. And this also came with a die. So this is a big best here. It's kind of hard to see because it's backwards, but you could build this up, cut this out like 3 or 4 times, build it up on top of each other, and make a really thick version of it, and it would make dimension on your card if you just wanted to do like a 1-layer situation. Maybe do like a color, like a watercolor wash on a cardstock, and that's the simple part, and then you stamp whatever message, and then you use the best to bring out the dimension in the card. So there's that. The next item I think is really cool and I can't wait to use. It's the, what is this called? It looks like a lattice. I'm not for sure what it's called. Is it on here? Oh, lattice frame die. You would think it would be easy to find, but no, it isn't. But what's nice about this is it cuts out these little areas so it makes like a fence or a lattice. And then here you could take this off and you can use the outside as the border, and then just use this plain cardstock if you want. Or you could like watercolor some paper, put this middle piece on there, cut that out, then take the outer piece, cut it out on a white piece of paper or something that you feel matches the watercolor, and then you could place whatever piece you want inside the lattice with the sentiment on top, like with this on here on top. So that's neat. Then we have the Wild Garden stamp set. I like this because this looks really good on sunset backgrounds or sky backgrounds as a silhouette of different flowers. And the design team came up with some really great cards with this, and I'll be making those as well. Of course, trying to come up with my own ideas as well, but you can always use someone else's card for inspiration, right? So there's that. I know there's more, right? And then we have the Medallion Mix Up stamp set. This is cool. All these different medallions here are interchangeable. So you could make like so many different medallions here. And you could like pop this one, or you could do this one and cut it out on vellum and do like a gold heat embossing on that, and then do the inside as black, and then change this piece for this piece. There's all kinds of great things that you could do with this stamp set, and I'm excited to use it. And then there's 2 non-stamp die things. Katherine Polar has her own inks. This one's called All That Jazz. I have to say I don't own any of her inks, so it's nice to have this included in the box so I could use it. People love her inks. Her ink is a little different as it's a sponge and not the cloth or I'm not for sure what the material, I guess it would be a cloth material. But I haven't used this yet, but people really like her ink colors. So if this is something you'd be interested in, you know, maybe you could buy a couple. I personally have so many different ink sets that it's ridiculous actually. So I try not to buy anymore, but if for some reason I like this, I may have to get the whole set. I don't know. I'm gonna try not to though, promise. And then they have a Wow embossing powder that was just made just for them. I'm not for sure how well this is gonna come through, but it's like a sparkly embossing powder. Katherine says it has some gold undertones, which you could see in the sparkle. It's kind of like gold, green, translucent sparkle in here. It's called Wanderlust, so they made that for that box. And that's everything in the box, so, you know, go check it out, sign up on the list, and go check out some other cards that were created by it. You can go to YouTube. Katherine has a bunch of videos, and then her design team also has a bunch of videos that you can watch on what they've made with this specific box, and then other boxes as well. And if you go onto Stamp Nation and you join, I think it's like, I don't know, like $3 a month maybe, but you go on there and you get all kinds of inspiration that way as well. And they actually have sections of each box where people have put their samples in. So there's that. Check it out. My next items are from the Ton Stamps. So the Ton Stamps is a new stamp company to me. I've purchased a few things from them last year because they have really great floral stamp sets. But not only that, but their whole line is couture. So everything they have is like a, you know, a couture glitter or a couture fashion, or it's just really nice stuff. And I have to say, the stamp company is really nice. They have some really good stuff there. And so we'll get started with what I purchased from there. The first thing, and some of this is like Father's Day stuff, so it'd be nice to have for Father's Day, which is this Sunday, so it's kind of late, but you can use it for any time. This first one is a layered eagle, and I've seen some really good examples of this eagle, and I'm excited to use it. It's a masculine kind of card image, so you could use it for that. You could also use it for anyone that's in the service to say thank you. But it's a really nice stamp set, and it gives you the instructions on how to do it. So here is like the final outcome if you decide to do those colors. It's really nice. The next one is a floral stamp set, and it's fresh cut, I don't know how to say these flowers, anemones? However, I'm going to say flower because that's, I think, how you say it. I'm not for sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I love this because this is going to be a great watercolored image. And I also just like the sentiments on here. You're Amazing Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. And beauty is being the best possible version of yourself, Audrey Hepburn. And this is really true. I mean, just be the best person you are, and people will enjoy it, and you will have a good life, I believe. So, then we have the same flower set, but in a bundle. This, I can't wait to see this as a watercolor. I've seen a few cards made by people that have watercolored this, and it looks really great. And then it has some sentiments here. It says, happy thoughts on this special occasion, hugs and kisses and warm birthday wishes, sincere thanks with a grateful heart, healing thoughts, deepest condolences. So you could use this for birthdays, sympathy cards, thank you cards. It's really nice. Then again, the same set, or the same flower, but in a bouquet. I love this. I think it's so cool. And just the videos and the cards I've seen made with this are gorgeous. You have to go over to thetonstamps.com and check out all the samples from these cards, because these card makers are really good. I don't know her name, but there's a really good watercolor card maker, and man, she just like blows it out of the park every time. So this is nice because it has the vase and then a bunch of different sentiments. This is a cool stamp set. It's basically a woman's dress with her legs and then things that she's holding. So she could hold books, the flower bouquet here in front of her, and they have like little hands that you can add like other things. So if there's like maybe something from another stamp set that you'd like to add there, it's cool. And then there's some really good sentiments on here. It says, A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. George R.R. Martin. Then Dr. Seuss, who was like amazing as a kid, and still to this day, I love his books and I love his sayings and his quotes. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. And then there's another one on the bottom here that says, success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. So I'm excited to make a few of these cards, probably just a simple watercolor background, and then stamp the images on there, maybe different colors, or do some heat embossing. So I wish I had the card that I made from another set from the Ton Stamps, which is a wedding card. I don't have it with me. I think I gave it to someone or someone bought it to give to someone. But some of their stamps are a lot of fashion stamps. So these two are awesome. You have this lady who's dressed in a gown, but then you have the sides here that you can make all different types of gowns with. I think this is kind of genius. You have the fishtail bottom here, and it's just neat. It's classy. It's like you can make a really elegant card with this. And then you have the male version as well, which you have two guys here kind of it would be opposite of each other. And then you could do pretty much anything with their suits. You could watercolor them. You could color them with Copic markers. You could just leave it black and white and do like a tie with a color. So, and you could put them in the scene together. And this website or this company, they have like scene builders. So they have like a staircase you can buy, or a city skylight, or city skyline that you can add behind them, that kind of thing. So that's really neat. Then we have a set called Sonnys, and I love it because it's all sunglasses. But I love that you could just make all versions of this and really make a simple card just by doing a color watercolor backwash and just stamping this on there. And then also you could do, some kind of reflective stamping in here to see, to imagine someone maybe taking a selfie or like, whatever. You could put images in here to see what the person's actually looking like as if they're reflective. And then there's a bunch of different sentiments here. You make 29 look fabulous every single time. You're going to need these. You're going to need these. Your future looks fabulous. You wake up fabulous. Don't forget that. Thanks for being so fabulous. I know it comes so easily to you. And then have a fabulous day, and hey gorgeous. So these are really cute. I really enjoy these. Then we have a background stamp of a flower that I cannot pronounce, anemones. I think it's how you say it. Why is that so hard? I don't know, but I've seen some really good samples of this, and it's really, really gorgeous. I love that you could just stamp this out, heat emboss it, clear, white, do some watercoloring, use it as an entire background, or you could actually cut pieces out from it and use it on a card. If you go over to their website, you'll see all the examples they had. Now, here comes the really cool ones. These are the ones that like sold me. Not only are they more masculine, but they're layering stamps, but really cool ones. The first one is this Tidal Wave, or this wave in general. Look how awesome that is. That looks so good. I cannot wait to use this. I don't know. It's very nice. I haven't seen this with any other stamp company, and I think this is going to be a really good card to use, especially for summers, beach parties, summer birthdays. You could use this pretty much for everything. And some of the samples I saw, they're just so great on the website that I just had to have it. The next one is really cool too. It's a mountain range, a layered mountain range. And one of the samples I saw, someone took this stamp set. Let's see, I think it was May have been this one or this one. They did the mountain, made it a little bit taller on the card, and then they watercolored this and placed it on front. And you wouldn't think that these two images could go together, but they did, and it looked awesome. So I'm going to be using that example probably. And then here's what it looks like on the back. But you don't have to use grays. I'm from Virginia. I grew up in the Appalachian Mountains, or Appalachian, however you want to say it. People say it different ways. I'm from there, and we called it the Appalachian. But yeah, this looks really cool, and I would probably use some greens and browns for this because that's what we used. Or if you want to do like a fall theme, you could do some oranges and yellows, and maybe add a pink in there as a sunset. Like, this has a lot of different versions you can make. And then last but not least, I love this stamp set because it's beer. It's a great masculine card, and it has all these different layers, and it even comes with the foam. I think that's awesome. And then if you look on the back, it tells you how to stamp it, and then this is the final outcome. And then what I imagine, and probably somebody has done this already, but you could do the foam in the snow pin and heat set that, and then it like pops up on the card, and it looks really cool. So I'm excited to use this, especially for a bunch of masculine cards. Masculine cards are kind of hard to make. I'm sure all of you agree. So this is everything that I got from the ton. Oh, and because I purchased this, they were having a deal, and you could get some free stamps. So they sent me the Watercolor Bouquet, which is just small. It's nice. They sent a small version of this stamp set. It's a miniature version. And then we have a small stamp set. Maybe this, you could use this on the back of a card or an envelope. And then let me bring this one back up. I'm not for sure if I got it in the camera. And there's that. And then they sent a pack of their sequins. They have really nice sequins there. They have some really shiny stuff. They have some great like sparkling paper. They have a lot of good products there, so you should go definitely check them out, and maybe if you see something you like, get a few things. Next, Concorda Night. They've been really genius with their turnabout stamps. I cannot get enough of them. I hope they just keep coming out with more and more and more. But anyway, this is Flowers turnabout stamp. This is what you could do with it. And then they show you how to use it. Cannot wait to use this. I haven't even used the round one yet. It's crazy. I need to get to creating. I'm horrible about that, but I have a whole container of new stamps that I need to go through and make stuff with before I can put it away. So we have this, and this was sold as a bundle. You can buy them separately now. I'm not for sure if the bundle is available anymore, but there's that. Then there's this Hope label die, which is just Hope, and then you can cut this off and use it separately or use it with the tag. There's this stamp set, the Hope stamp set, and it's a layered flower. Concorda Night has some really nice floral images, and I really like them for that. And this is like a good example of what they have. The sentiments say, "You have a fabulous birthday. Where flowers bloom, so does hope." Oh, hope you have. So you use the word hope. I'm not reading this in the right order. Hope this makes you smile. Hope tomorrow is better. Hope you know you're great. So that's really nice. Inspirational cards. I like sending inspirational cards. I like telling people that I appreciate them, even if I don't see them every day. The next stamp set is Orange You Sweet stamp set. So it's a bunch of different fruits, and it just has a bunch of different pun sentiments. Dropping you a lime, kiwi hang out soon, orange you so, and I could just squeeze you, and thanks a melon. But anyway, it's different fruits, and then you can put the different pieces in to make the fruits. Probably like a watercoloring or a Copic coloring for these. Maybe some colored pencil. Colored pencil might be easier for some of these. But then there's a matching die set as well. So you could cut out all the pieces and make this really nice. And last but not least, from Concorda Night, we have this Petals and Palettes stamp set. And it's really cool because it has some wood grain here that you can stamp out with some flowers and big sentiments. But what makes it cool is you could build a box from this die, which makes like a crate if you cut out 4 of them and put them together. So, or you could just use one layer on a card and tuck some of these flowers inside and use a sentiment. So, of course, head over to their website, take a look at all their samples. I'll have a link of everything, or to at least the website of everything for the items. It's kind of hard to put everything in one description. I'll try to do it though, I promise. If I can't, I'm sorry. Then I have some stuff from Simon Says Stamp. I probably should have broke this up into 2 videos maybe, and maybe I will. Maybe that's what I'll do. Just record it all at once and then break it up. Excuse me while I take a drink of coffee. So Simon Says Stamp, they had a sale in their Facebook group. Make sure you go join them because they have flash sales of really good prices of things. And this is a stamp set that I've wanted that came out this year, but it's hilarious. I find it so funny, and it'll make some great masculine cards. And it's this by Tim Holtz. It's just hipster, and I love the animals. I think they're hilarious. And then just the sentiments, legit, epic, sup, oh my god, or OMG, yeah, cray, because people are cray. So I think this will be fun to use, and I can't wait. I'm excited to use this. And then I purchased a bunch of dies, stuff that I don't have that I think are cool. Sometimes I feel a little uncomfortable using these because they're kind of fancy, and I don't really do super fancy cards, but my friend Melinda uses a bunch of these dies, and she makes beautiful cards. So I thought I would, step into that and see if I could make some. But first I got this sand eraser. So when you get some ink on your cardstock, you can take this sand eraser and just take off the paper a little bit so that the ink comes off. You can't use it for like a big blob, but it's just like if you accidentally like touch the corner of your finger on the card, you can use this. So I got that. And then here are the dies. I got this label die from Spellbinders. And then even, I guess I would consider this really a label also, but they call it a belly band to do some layering. And then I got the Majestic Oval, which is really intricate. I can't wait to use this on some cards and make something like this. I think that's really neat. I would like to know how they made this outside. Probably some kind of stencil or something, but nice. Same kind of thing. I got decorative labels, 34. They come in all numbers, so they have different sizes with different numbers and different designs. So I got this one. And then I got a frame, labels 40. This is a nice frame set for a card as well. And then also the same, just a different design. Noble Rectangle is what this one's called. Again, should I open it just to show you what it looks like? We'll open one. So, just like that. Different pieces. And it looks like maybe they have some instructions on how to use it. Oh, there's another piece in there. Yeah, special tips. So they send you some tips as well on how to use this stuff. Can't wait to use that. I'll probably what I'll use these for are for the cards that I use with the ton stamps with the lady and the guy. It would be a nice wedding card to use these dies for that. And they also do have a wedding stamp, or a bride stamp, which, one second, if I can find it really quick. I don't have it out, so I'm not going to look for it. But this is a 5x7 reflective moment. I really don't make 5x7 cards, so I thought maybe this could put me into that realm and try it. So we'll see. Delightful circles, kind of like doilies. It's pretty cool. I think this will come in handy when making a bunch of different cards, or you could use this, like if you just want to make a small card and use the die for like to put this on top on the card. You could do that. And then a bigger fanciful lattice is what it's called. This is big. I did not expect it to be this big. I'm not even sure how to use this. We shall see. This may be something I give away on the show, or I'm sorry, on the YouTube channel one day if I don't use this. But it was cheap, so I got it. And then I got some of these. I'm not a fan of some of them because they aren't the same as enamel dots, but I did get these jewel drops. I got them because they were cheap and I thought I would give them another try. And the reason I don't really care for them too much is they're not hard. They're like they smash on a card. And for an example, let me show you. One second. So even sending this through the mail, I mean, I understand it's in plastic right now, but look, I don't know if you can see that, but it's completely smashed. I don't know why. It was like all these other ones here before, but for some reason they smash and they don't come back up after they smash. I'm not for sure what the issue is. I did try these on a piece of card, and these are a lot harder than the solid images. So maybe there's just a different chemical mix up or mix. So I'm going to try these. They were pretty cheap. That's why I got them. And that's all from Simon Says Stamp. Let's put this away. And then I have a few more items. This company reached out to me because they saw my Instagram and saw some of the cards that I designed and asked me if I would be interested in making some cards and so they could use them on their website. It's a new company. They're trying to build it up. So I said, yeah, of course, I'll do it. I mean, I did pay for these items. I did not get them for free. So just to let you know that. But the store is craftgalley.com, craftgalley.com. And actually, I'm going to cover the name because I don't want it to say the person's name without their permission. But so I actually used the jewel drops on her business card to see how they worked, and it's good because I put dents in it with like my fingernail and stuff and they grew back out. So I kind of like these better. But just want to thank you for reaching out to me, and I did get some products from your store which I'm going to show, and then I'm going to make some cards with it so that you can use them on your blog and website as well. I got the Hello Sunshine Altenew stamp set. I think this would be really cool just as a black and white card, and then maybe just coloring in a few flowers and then just having the sentiment in the middle. Makes it super simple. Just a really kind of like classy, elegant card, but not too fancy. I don't know how to really say that, but I think this will look neat, and I'll be making something soon from this. I also did get a stamp set from Crumb Spring Stamps. The owner of this company reached out to me and said that this company was, I believe, exclusive to their website or to their store. And so I did purchase something from this stamp set, or from this company, to see, what I liked about it. And I like these pineapples. Pineapples are fun. You can always make a really good card with these. You can heat emboss them in different colors and paint them. So we're going to try this out. I'll be making a card, and you can also see that over at the blog, at this company's blog, also, when I get them done. I'll probably make a YouTube video as well on how to make these cards. But I like the sentiment for my ultra funky friend, and then welcome to Funky Town. Really, really cute. Then I got from Sonnys Studios, the same company that I purchased from this website, just some layered ice cream cones and stamps. I like this because I haven't seen this on other companies before, but they actually layer, or they number each layer so you know in what order to put that on. That's really cool. Huh. Because like Concorda Night, for example, like they don't really, there's no instruction here. But I mean, you could tell what layers, but sometimes I'll just draw a black line with a permanent marker around whatever stamp goes with what, so I always know. But this is really cool. I can't wait to make some things with this. And then last, I cannot wait to make cards with this for what it's not intended for. But it's a vacuum cleaner and a matching die. And it says pretty much like, my life would suck without you. I'm sorry. That sucks. But really what I want to do is I'll use the cards for making this, but I want to make some cards just for my friends, because we always tell each other, oh, you suck. Well, I'll make the card and then put a big U and then put the vacuum cleaner with the word suck, and go from there. I think that would be hilarious. But that is everything from my haul the past few weeks. I got a lot of stuff to play with. I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. I'm still new to it. I promise I'm working on the volume levels, and I hope you guys are having a great week. I should have a new card making video out soon. Please tell your friends about the channel, subscribe, and go to my Instagram. You can find my Instagram. It's at BroMeroCards. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.